What's up, everybody? You tapped into the Purple Pocket Podcast, and it's your boy RAP. You know what I'm saying? Where do we start tonight? The Vikings fall to the Eagles 24-7. Now, all week, man, y'all know your boy RAP been traveling around Eagles territory, repping the Purple Gang, man, standing on it. And I'm going to tell you the truth, man, I was confident. I felt like we could give the Eagles a run. First of all, man, we got to give it up for Jalen Hurts, bro, and the Eagles. I mean, at the end of the day, they played a better game. They dominated us, okay? I mean, in the trenches, they straight up controlled the trenches all game. And Jalen Hurts, I take back what I said now. I still ain't going to agree with BG. He still ain't a top 5 quarterback, but I think he's proven that he's a guy that can put a team on his back and get him there, man. We got to think about what he did last year, taking the Eagles to the playoffs and all that good stuff. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to all the Eagles content creators again. Hopefully we meet again soon in the playoffs and we can do some more collabs. But let's start about the purple, man. Let's talk about what happened out there, okay? This is the thing with me. Kirk Cousins was 27 for 46, 221 yards, 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. Okay, Kirk Cousins, first of all, my thing is this, and I'm going to get on you. You're going to be the first person I get on. You got to do better. Okay, you have to do better, bro. This is the thing, man. You can't have those type of games and be in the MVP conversation. Now, I'm out here repping for you. You making me look like a fool, bro. You making me look crazy. Now, I'm repping for you now. Now you're an uphill battle. Now, mind you, we're going to stay calm. This is only week 2. We're 1-1. Okay, there's no need for panic. But this is going to be the main thing. How is Kirk Cousins and Kevin O'Connell going to bounce back off of a game like this? This is where it's going to be important. This is where we're going to see what type of men we have in that locker room because, this game's going to hurt. It's going to be a long flight back from Philly. All right, it's going to be a long flight back. But I feel like Kirk Cousins is definitely going to bounce back because in the past, we know if he does have a game like this, he tends to bounce back and play a good game and then maybe have a month stretch where he plays a game like this and then he'll sprinkle in another game where he plays kind of like he played tonight. But can we blame it all on Kirk Cousins? Absolutely not. But we can blame most of it on him. He's our quarterback. The thing I don't like is when people sit there and try to make up all of the reasons in the world on why it wasn't Kirk's fault that we lost this game. If he was an elite quarterback and we lost like this, he would be getting blame, okay? Because you would expect better. I think at some point we have to just face reality and know that these aren't the type of games Kirk Cousins likes. It's okay to be a Kirk fan and think that he's this great quarterback, and it's okay to be on the other side of the fence and believe Kurt's not the guy. That's what sports is about. And we're not going to do this whole video about Kurt, but we got to just get him out the way first because he is, the captain, the true captain of this team. All right. And tonight, he played horrible. He needs to know about it, okay? We can't walk away from this game just acting like Kirk had no blame, man. Kirk played a terrible game, and he needs to be talked about, rightfully so. But we'll get off of Kirk now, okay? Kirk, do better, man. I still got you as an MVP conversation. Make it happen for me, man. Don't make me look crazy, all right? But another thing was this, man. Kevin O'Connell play calling. So this is kind of what I expected in week 1, like what I was worried about in week 1. I thought Kevin O'Connell would come out and just would struggle calling plays. The screen passes, man. The amount of screen passes was absurd. Why are we throwing screen pass? And it made it look, and I'm not going to put this on Kurt, it made it look like he was being checked down Charlie again to where a lot of Vikings fans call him. One of his nicknames that he carries on his jacket, it looked like he was being checked down Charlie again, but it wasn't that, man. There was a ton of plays that he was they were calling screenplays, you know what I mean, for no reason at all. It just didn't make any sense, man. Dalvin Cook, man, 6 carries for 17 yards. That's absolutely unacceptable. I mean, Dalvin Cook, to be considered one of the best running backs in the NFL, you cannot win a game if he's only running for 17 yards. I mean, we just got to face the facts, okay? It's not going to happen. It's just something that's not going to happen. Now, Adam Thielen. We'll get on Adam Thielen too, man. 52 yards. Only 52 yards. Justin Jefferson, 48 yards. Irv Smith, 36 yards. Okay, Irv Smith. We'll get on this. That pass that he dropped sucked all the life out of us. I feel like after he dropped that, the game was almost over after that. I'm going to tell you right now. I was on a play-by-play with JC, man. Shout out my boy, man, Eagles fan. We did a stream together, as y'all seen on the page. And after that drop, man, I was starting to call everything on the head, just knowing like, hey, that sucked the life out of us. That was a crucial play. And that's why I said I'm not as high on Irv Smith Jr. as a lot of people. He has to show us something. Yeah, he scored a touchdown, but come on, anybody would have scored that. I feel like C.J. Ham would have scored that touchdown. I mean, that was just one of those plays where you're wide open, you walk in. Just good play, good play call. Shout out to Kevin O'Connell for that. But, I mean, the play calling was hideous. Okay, the play calling was hideous. Yes, Kirk was getting pressure. I mean, he was getting pressure in his face, but you got to make better throws, man. I mean, there was a play I seen on the broadcast where, Justin Jefferson was wide open in the middle, and Kirk Cousins decides to check it down over here to Alexander Madison. There was another play where Adam Thielen's wide open in the corner. Even the broadcasters called it, and he chose to check it down. That's another thing that we got to fix. We got to start taking those chances. I felt like after he threw his second interception, I knew pretty much after the first interception, I knew the chances of the chances of him taking risk went almost to zero, because he's the type of guy where he won't sleep at night if he throws three, but he happened to do that tonight, and he's going to have to live with that and get better. I think he's a man. He'll go in there. He's a student of the game. I still call it like that, and I think he'll try to correct them, and hopefully he can, but we've seen these games before from Kirk. This is nothing new, okay? So we're not going to sit here and act like this is something new that we've seen from Kirk, but, the offensive play calling, it just wasn't that good, O'Connell. So you do have to take some of the blame. So he's definitely going to take part of the reason why we lost. Now, let's get into the defense, okay? The defense, Ed Donatell. Why didn't we make any adjustments in the second half? I mean, Devontae Smith was wide open over and over and over again, yet we still kept playing zone and leaving the middle of the field open. There was a busted coverage from Cam Bynum. That was that touchdown that Watkins caught. I mean, Jalen Hurts was standing back there and just having his way. I mean, we made him look like an MVP candidate tonight. Part of him looking that good is on us because we had no pressure at all. I was saying that Danielle Hunter would get 2 sacks, man. I was calling it. I felt like Danielle Hunter would be able to capitalize on this game, but I mean, he was nowhere to be found. Danielle Hunter, I mean, shout out DJ Wanham. He got his sack. There was a couple tackles for loss that we got back there as a defense, but I mean, if I have to pick a defensive player that actually was a bright spot, it's Cameron Dantzler. I mean, Cameron Dantzler had a couple good plays, man. Tackles for loss. He broke up a pass. Things like that, man. And trust me, as y'all know, man, watching the video, it's hard to find a player to actually say was a bright spot. Because, I mean, this game was hideous, man. This was a hideous game. It was embarrassing to be a Vikings fan tonight, especially me being how I was repping all week. I stuck my neck out there, but guess what? I ain't going nowhere, though. RAP, one thing's for sure, y'all, man. Everybody part of the Purple Gang, everybody that's a Vikings fan, trust me, RAP gonna be a front runner, bro. I'm always gonna rep for the Purple. I ain't hiding. A loss is a loss. Hopefully we can bounce back, and like I said, I think we will. But Ed Donatell, man, I mean, what a bad called game, man. What a bad called game. You had to make adjustments, man. There was a moment in this game, just saying into the second half. I mean, second half, man, you had to make adjustments, man. We were running the same thing over and over again. Obviously, it didn't work in the first half. Why are you doing it again in the second? It just made no sense, man. It was very Zimmer-esque, and I mean the end of Zimmer's tenure. It was very Zimmer-esque, all right? Now, one bright spot, man, special teams. I think our special teams played an awesome game, bro. Like, I mean, the tackling, Chris Boyd, we had a blocked field goal. I mean, the punter, man, right? Man, the price is right, bro. My boy got a leg, flipping field position. I mean, he did his thing. Special teams was probably the best unit tonight. They were the best unit tonight, hands down. Not even probably, they were. And not to take away from special teams, because that's very important in football, but for them to be the absolute best unit, it was a bad game. It was a bad game, especially when you got people like Justin Jefferson and you got people like Dalvin Cook. But, the special teams was the best unit tonight. I mean, that was a bad game. All right. Man, look, man, there's a lot of negatives to take away from this game. Y'all drop y'all negatives down in the comments. Also, drop your positive, man. We also need purple positivity because you know what? At the end of the day, we got to move on. It's moving on to week 3. We got the Lions. We're going to start touching bases on that right into Wednesday, man. That's when the content for the Lions will start bouncing. So tomorrow night, we got a live on the Purple Code, me and Dave, 9:15. And we're going to, pretty much recap this game. Me and him will go back and forth, still talking about this game. We'll live on this game one more night. And then Wednesday, man, we moving on. All right, we moving on to Detroit. And I'm going to tell you what, man, I ain't going to get too deep into it because we will have content dropping. But I think week 3 just became that more important than we thought when the schedule's first released, okay? This is a game that's going to be a challenge, and we're going to see what type of men we have in that locker room, okay? We're going to see what type of men we have in that locker room. But, man, before I go, again, I just want to make sure I shout out all the Eagles content creators for having me on this week. It was fun. I was repping. Now leave me the F alone. I won't talk to y'all no more, man. And I'm saying that on a friendly note, though, man. I rock with y'all, man, to the death, man. But look here. Leave me alone, man. Y'all move on to the next team. Y'all did us dirty. You won. You happy? Y'all won. We will see y'all again. I got faith that we're going to see y'all again, man, because the Vikings are not done. Believe that, man. We got the personnel, and we will be in the playoffs this year. That's a fact. You feel me? So, hey, appreciate everybody that tapped in tonight, man. Appreciate everybody that's watching the video. Y'all make sure I hit that subscribe button, man. Join the Purple Gang. We trying to get to 800. And we going to get on to the Lions, man. Hey, appreciate y'all tapping in again. Holla at your boy. Appreciate everybody for tapping into the Purple Pocket Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. Purple Gang.